Hi, this is Seth Winning, and today we're going to do a little something different. My girlfriend Janelle, Chronic Mom Voice, did two videos about me, and one of them was more about me, and the other one was my influence on her, and I think I'm going to do response to each video because the first one is dating a disability, and I actually should do a response because she's talking about how to date a person with a disability and questions to ask. I would like to do some input on that. She's right, by the way. I'm not gonna blast her, but just to help her out or help the subject out. The first one is 1 in 5 Americans have a disability. This one is correct. She did her research. It is it's part of the census. They record people with disabilities as being disabled. I've been interviewed before in 2010, so that one's true. And it's true that anyone can be disabled at any time, like a car accident, a fall, stroke. One of my parents' friends had a stroke 2 years ago, and actually two of my parents' friends, and now they have a disability from a stroke. So not to make people afraid, but disability can help at any time, and what I always like to think and say is, you're not disabled yet. I'm going to be more disabled when I get older, because disability eventually happens to everyone, due to old age and nothing else, or a car accident or a fall like I mentioned earlier, a health problem like diabetes. That's pretty debilitating. Second one is keep an open mind. You should really keep an open mind with not just people with disabilities, but a lot of people. Because, well, in disabilities, we don't present well, meaning that we don't often look like everyone else. I mean, my eyes. This is part of the reason why I wear sunglasses, because my eyes drift. That can be a little disconcerting. My first operation was on my eyes, and clearly it didn't work. Because this eye was drifting, now this eye is, and it doesn't mean that I'm less intelligent or I'm not paying attention to you. It means that my eyes are drifting. So, boom. Sunglasses. I can also watch the computer screen below me where I get my information on questions that I have to answer, and doesn't feel as much like I'm reading. Okay, so the next one is having a disability does not make you inferior. And yeah, having a disability is this normal process of life. You know, like I said, we're all gonna get one. You know, it just makes you different. Like some people speak too high for their voice or something, and their voice is different. Some people have different habits. Like the doctor I went to see when I was 3, we had a town doctor, and he would smack his lips all day long. Back in the 40s, when he went to med school, probably in the 40s, that might have not been as big of a problem, but with the invention of TV media, televised media, and a doctor would have a really hard time with this. That doesn't mean he had a disability. He didn't. He just had a mannerism. Disability can be as small as a mannerism or someone needing a power chair to get around. And speaking of wheelchairs, they're just advanced. They're like a cane. The wheelchair isn't the person is the person. So what I do, when I meet a person using a power chair, sometimes I bend down to meet them on the eye level because, that's respectful. It's the way to get around. Like, if he were on a bike, he would be on a bike. It doesn't mean anything, it's just that they may be able to walk, but they may have a balance issue. I have a balance. It's not bad enough for me to use a wheelchair. People as you would treat yourself and you'll be fine unless you're treating yourself badly. That's all of our questions or statements on dealing with disabilities. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, hit my bell so you get my notifications, and visit my links in the comment box below if you want to see which camera I'm going with today. It's a 70D, which light I'm using, all the stuff, mics, and I hope you have a good day.